Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are doing a Get Ready With Me featuring some new to me Chanel items. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. As I've said before, I am collecting at least one eyeshadow palette, one blush, and one lip every month. And I say at least because I've already, I think, ordered 2 for this past month, and then I already have some other ones on the way. So they're coming in a little bit faster than I can keep up with, so I don't even remember when I've used them or not. So I thought I'd do these today, and so we'll do some other ones, of course, in the future. But I thought we'd revisit some other things as well. So we're going to be focusing on the Blurry Gray palette. I'm going to also be using the new blush that I have in Evening Beige, 340 Evening Beige. I'll also be using some other items that I have from Chanel that I haven't used in a while, so this is a good reason for me to start incorporating some of the things like this palette, the powder. So you'll see new to me as well as things I've talked about before but just haven't used in a while. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have a little bit of concealer on just because I was playing with this, which I've had, but it's the Essential palette, this one, and I have mine in the shade 160 Beige Medium, and I just wanted to see how the color match was going because I'm so much lighter now because of the fact that I'm just not outside as much, but it does a nice job. I think that this is finally the right shade. I mean, it's not going to work on the exterior, but the interior of my face is fine. So if you wanted to do this as a one and done, like a complexion cheek highlighter product, you could do that. I'm going to use a different blush today, but I haven't put any foundation on my face yet, though I just wanted to kind of see what it could do without foundation. So if you were curious, here's this side of my face with just that on. And it's a little bit of a drier product, which I like. So for me, when the product's more dry, there's less of a texture issue, especially up here on the pores, I noticed. There's a bit of a radiance too about this that I don't think I noticed before. I was just looking for heavier coverage earlier, but I thought we'd go in with something I've been loving, the Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. I have mine in the shade Medium, and we're gonna do a no foundation kind of foundation today. I'm gonna use my Shiseido brush. I've used my hands before, but I really like this brush, so let's see. I haven't tried it with this. Let's go on top of that concealer as well. I know that's definitely a technique people use where they put this like a concealer first and then they put foundation, but I just find that typically it will move around for me. But we're just gonna go in the center and then just go outwards. I definitely feel like I get the most of my products with this brush though, even compared to using my hands. A little bit goes a long way. So you can see if you wanted to put that other concealer down first and then go in with that, I think it does a really nice job. Actually, they work really well together. Sometimes the foundation can break that concealer up and then it's like, might as well just added it after. But in this case, I think it works nicely. I think we'll sandwich though these together like this over, just for a little bit more evening out. If you like a more dry kind of concealer, then this is a good one. I'll watch for it breaking up as well for you and leave some notes because I really just remembered I had this and thought I'd take it out again. Okay, so let's go ahead with this bronzer because I recently picked up the Hourglass one, which I really love. But let's try this again because, like I said, sometimes I just forget. I really like this Hourglass brush for cream bronzers. We're gonna go in with the Chanel powder. It's not my favorite one, but I feel like I need to use it. It's number 30. Yeah, this one definitely shows your skin through there once you apply it. Can you see? Yeah, the dark spots definitely came about. Good for me to revisit because I was wondering why I wasn't using this as much. If you don't need to worry about that, then that's fine. Or if you like for your skin to really show through, then this is a good one. I mean, it's, I guess, translucent, even though there's some color to it. I just like a little bit more coverage here, especially. I'm getting a little creasing, so I'm just gonna lightly powder under the eyes. I'm gonna do my brows actually, and let me check my powders. I might have to go in with like a by Terry, something peach. Let's go ahead with eyebrows. I'll be right back. Okay. Powders help a lot. So I did go in with the by Terry, this one right in the front area, just to color correct because that was like I had not put concealer on. Of course, then Hummingbird powder, Chantecaille, and then the Hourglass mini palette in I never remember, Soft Light, this one. So that's what we have in the front, just to make that a little bit more evened out. Then I thought we'd just put this on until I figure out a lipstick, but this is the Flushed shade 132. That's really hydrating. I just remembered I had it. Yeah, so until we decide on the actual lip, we're gonna put that on because we're going to do eyes now. So we're going to use the Blurry Gray palette today, and I filmed this and I don't know what happened to the footage, so we're gonna do this again, but I'm going to take this more taupey gray, the light shade here, and then we're just going to apply to the eye. Of course, I've already prepped with, okay, that's deeper than I remember, so we're not gonna go that high with this, but we'll just kind of go towards the brow bone, but not all the way up. Okay, so just a base like this. Just something really kind of gentle. So you could go like this, eyeliner and mascara, and be fine. But we're gonna go in, of course, and add a little bit more. Let's try this. This might be tricky, but let's try it above the crease a little bit. Let's see how smoothly this goes on. Need to blend there a little bit. Taking the same shade, we're just going to intensify that in the crease a little bit more. Okay, this one requires a little bit more blending, I'm finding. Going in with this shade right here. Got a number 20 here. I'm just gonna do eyeliner and mascara. Okay, as you can see, I did not put mascara yet because I forgot a step. Let's see. I wanted to take this shade right here, the lightest shade, and just add that to my eyelid. So I'm just gonna use my finger here. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that in the inner corner. I did add Noir Intense to the tight line area and Noir Enigmatique right above the lash line. So those are the two I've used so far. And then let's also take some gray under the lash line. Forgot that too. And then a little bit of this. I like this gray. It's really pretty. It's got just a little bit of shimmer in it. Take that on the outer corner. I'm going to take one that I said I wasn't going to use ever, the Blanc Graphique, this one, and put it in the waterline because I didn't think I would use it for anything, but I couldn't think of another eyeliner. I feel like Chanel could use a great gray eyeliner. I haven't seen one. Let me know if I missed it, but I just think a gray one would be really pretty. Actually, if they had a cool gray and a warm gray, and maybe a gray with shimmer, I think that would be pretty. Kind of like a gray version of Brun Agape would be really nice to have. Okay, now mascara. And I did go in with a bit of this shade right here, that lighter, not the lightest one, but this one. And I applied it on top of the Blanc Graphique in the waterline, just to take down that brightness a little bit. And okay, I think that's better. So let's go ahead to blush. Now I did do this, oh, I forgot. I wanted to blend, okay, this gray was a little tricky in terms of blending. So I took a little bit of the powder, the one that I don't love the most, and I put some on the eyeshadow brush, just a little bit, And then I swept it like this to kind of blend just a little bit more, make it a bit softer because it's stuck like on the ends here. So I just wanted to make it a little bit more like blended, I guess. I'm thinking of another word, but that's what I mean. I have one of my new blushes. I've got, I actually have number 68 standing by because I'll probably use that, but I've got Evening Beige. But I thought I'd show you what that looks like by itself. Of course, I'm not going to bring it in the front because you're going to see the pores. So I'm going to take number 68 and cool it down just a little bit because I've got a kind of a cool lip color going with this. So let's go ahead and add this on. This though can go right on top of those pores and blend everything in. So you do have a bit of a golden glow because of the first blush, which was number 340 Evening Beige. Yeah, really pretty, huh? Let's take a little bit of hummingbird powder, take down a little bit of that texture appearance. But we're gonna go in again with Soft Light, the apricot shade in there, just with the same brush. Let's use this highlighter because I thought we would use it again. I know a lot of people like this, so I don't remember. We're gonna put it on the back of my hand first and just kind of thin that texture out a little bit. Yeah, that's a very natural kind of highlighter. More of a glow. It's pretty. It's a little bit on the cool side, but that's pretty. We're gonna go in with Intense Rosewood. Look, let's talk about the palette quickly. Where is it? Here it is, the Blurry Gray. I think these colors are beautiful. I loved this shade right here and this shade, these two with a little bit of shimmer, and this one is nice as well. This one was a little bit hard for me to blend, so I find that with mattes in general, sometimes they can be trickier. And this one was a little tricky because of the intensity of the shade. Sometimes they are just harder to blend because it's more apparent when it's not even. So I think going in with the powder helped in terms of just buffing that in and really blending it. So just go light-handed with this shade if you are using it anywhere in the crease color. So I don't know if anyone else has had that experience. I actually haven't read any reviews on this, but this one, these were easier to work with than this one right here. But just know it's doable, it just takes a little bit more work, but I do like the cool toned look of this one. The blush is beautiful, the Evening Beige, if you're looking for something warm and with a little bit of shimmer. And then for the lip, Intense Rosewood, definitely more cool toned on me though. So if you are warm and you try this, it's going to come across as a cool toned lipstick. I mean, it is definitely cool toned anyway. And then let's just talk about things I've used before. This bronzing cream. If you want something really subtle and you're my skin tone, then I would go with this. And then let's talk about this powder. I'm still not wowed by this powder. It's okay. I feel like for the price point, it needs to do something better than this because it's translucent. It does have a warm tone to it, but it doesn't do anything for my skin in terms of making it look better. It may set, but let me actually just watch this for the next few hours to see how well it does. But I did have to go in with other powders to color correct a little bit more because this is one of those powders where if you conceal and put this on top, it will actually negate the work you did with concealer in that you can see the discoloration underneath actually more after you add this powder. So just beware in case you have discoloration. If you don't, it's a beautiful translucent powder with a little bit of like warmth because of the shade, which is 30. So you just have to know what to expect with this one. The Essential palette I think works really well in a pinch especially, so this would be a great travel thing. This is a good shade match right now for me. It's a little bit light, but with a little powder, I think you can even it out quite easily. I would probably wear this just with no foundation, put this straight on the skin, powder, and be done. But I hope that helped in case you were interested in any of these items. But that's it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks.